Hi, my name is Andy Rodriguez, and I am talking about positive discipline for quality programs for infants and toddlers for Aspen University. Positive discipline is designed to teach young people to become responsible, respectful, and definitely resourceful members of our community. Now, adults definitely need to help teach children the importance of social and life skills. And they deeply need to respect and encourage these young children. Now, recent research tells us that children are hardwired from birth to connect with others, and that children who feel a sense of connection to their community, family, and schools are likely to misbehave. Now, to be successful, contributing members of our society, children need to learn the social and life skills, and positive discipline is based on understanding those disciplines that are taught and how we can teach them to our kids. Now, the positive discipline and parenting are aimed at developing mutual respectful relationships. Now, it teaches adults to employ kindness and firmness at the same time, and you don't need to be, you know, always disciplining in negative manners. Now, some ways that we can equip teachers with these tools and let them know how to do positive discipline in the classroom is first and foremost mutual respect. Adults need to model firmness and respect themselves, and they also need to respect certain situations and kindness with the children at all times. This is very huge for children to also be able to build up their self esteem that they will need. Now, identifying the belief behind the behavior. Now, effective discipline recognizes the reasons kids do what they do and work to change those beliefs. I have a child in my class right now that has a horrific home life, and he acts out every day since I have had him, starting January, since I have had him. We have done positive discipline, and it has literally turned this child around with love and respect in the same way. He knows that I'm firm, but it just builds that positive discipline, and it really can change the child's life. Now, focusing on solutions instead of punishments. Sometimes kids just they don't understand what they're doing and they need help. They don't have sometimes the skills to talk through it. They don't have the knowledge to talk through it. Sometimes when you're working with toddlers, they are learning how to communicate, and that can be an issue, and they act out with that not being able to communicate. And we just need to help them through and understand that there are other ways of, of disciplining instead of just, always going right at them in a negative manner. These children need encouragement. They need encouragement and they need positivity, and you can build long term self esteem just by doing those two things. Now, adults and students can experience positive discipline through activities. You can create opportunities to practice new skills and to have fun learning and doing the same thing. Now, classroom discipline is huge. You have to have it in your class. You have to have that set of rules, and you have to stand firmly by those rules. You don't vary each day. It's just a way of having respect in the classroom. You have your rules for safety reasons, and you need to stick with those, and the children need to learn those rules through positive discipline. If a child does something wrong, you can still correct that, but you still need to follow through with some sort of discipline. I know in my classroom, I use Are You Monkeying Around? Actually, it's kind of behind us. Everybody starts off a green card each day. It gets cleared at the end of the day. And to be honest with you, I came in at the beginning of this year, and the children were very, very, very misbehaved from a previous teacher. And using this positive discipline program has just been fantastic for these kids, and they do not want to go on yellow or red. So it's just another way of, of teaching rules and respect in your classroom. You definitely need to reward desirable behavior. That is one way of really showing the kids, yes, you're listening, yes, you're trying hard. Some ways that you can do Like if they're able to stay green all through the week, we have sugar-free hot chocolate on Fridays in the winter. And it's just a way of, just positively, showing them that we can do this. One other way of this approach is to help eye contact when you're always dealing with instruction with a kid. Let them talk to them and tell them what's right and what's wrong in certain situations. Kids need to be able to get through situations without always being helped, but you're there to say, yes, this is the right way, and no, this is the wrong way. And just be able to be positively, encouraging for them. They need love, they need discipline, and those both things together is a good way of starting. Transitioning is sometimes hard for kids, so if you know you're going to be transitioning soon, just be able to gear up for it and just prepare them for, say, the next step that they need to do. And this should be able to go through, especially in the beginning of the year, it will get easier. A lot of the references that I was able to look at is through Children's Success Foundation. They have a phenomenal website that talks about positive discipline in the classroom and how we can model it. Speaking of modeling, all adults need to model correct behavior. If a child sees an adult, acting out, you have anger, they're going to see that and they're going to do the same thing. So just keep in mind when you're teaching young children, they're impressionable and they really, truly want to do what you do. And if you make the right choices and they are able to see a positive behavior with the teacher, they're really able to do the same thing. So thank you for listening to me today, and I will talk to you soon.